Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, and welcome to another edition of The Danny Show. I'm your host, Dan Cody, and this is where I give commentary and reviews on all things wrestling. Before I get started, there are two announcements I would like to make. First and foremost, I would like to give a special shout out to the newest subscriber, Luffy Gear 6. Thank you so much for your subscription. And an announcement yesterday was Rhea Ripley's birthday. So, in honor of Rhea Ripley, there is a countdown that I did last year of my top 10 favorite matches from Rhea Ripley. Be sure to check that out and let me know which match was your favorite. Speaking of great matches, yesterday's Crown Jewel in Australia was awesome. No complaints whatsoever. And let me just say, people have their questions and people change very quickly. I'm going to say this. People change very quickly. 1 minute they're like, thank you, Triple H, for being here and saving wrestling and bringing back everyone that Vince released. Next minute they're saying we want Vince back and Triple H is not the way it is, the way we thought it was going to be. And 1 minute we're glad Vince is gone because he releases people and he's a little bit nasty behind the scenes. And next thing you know, all the opinions are changing. However, yesterday's Crown Jewel, I have absolutely no complaints whatsoever. It was an excellent event. We opened up the show with Roman Reigns versus Bronson Reed, where thanks to some miscommunication, first of all, I forgot that we would even see an interference by Braun Breaker and company. I have to be honest, I did not see that happening. I really thought they were going to fight one-on-one. But I should have known better because Bronson Reed got involved. Then the Usos came and tried to save the day, but there was an accident where Jey Uso accidentally speared Roman, which helped. And Wade Barrett had a good time because he got to call the tsunami. And one thing about Wade, I do like how he sells the tsunami from Bronson Reed, who was successful in winning that match in his home country of Australia. So, that being said, Roman and company are not doing well. I want to point out something that Roman said, because Roman said, guys, I appreciate you guys having my back, but the world already thinks I can't do squat on my own. I'm going to say squat. But the world already thinks I can't do anything on my own. So I love you guys, but I don't want to see you guys until Christmas. I want to handle things myself. So I really want to see how that's going. And I'm hoping that all is well with the Usos, because I don't want to see anybody go back to being healed just yet. I'm enjoying babyface OTC and the Usos and the Yeet era. Don't ruin it for us, please. Next match, we would have Tiffany Stratton versus Stephanie Vaquer. I enjoyed that one. Let me tell you, I have seen, obviously, because Stephanie Vaquer is a Raw woman, I get the pleasure of watching her in action a lot. Tiffany Stratton is a SmackDown girl, and she's great as well. But I really enjoy Stephanie Vaquer. She is really awesome to watch. I especially love when she does that corkscrew moonsault that she does from time to time at the end. She has had a great stellar year. However, Tiffany Stratton came into this match undefeated. But Stephanie Vaquer, who I kind of thought would win this match, won this match and is the Crown Jewel Women's Champion. And you could tell it was a very emotional moment for her. I also heard that she got a new tattoo on the back of her neck that matches the horns that she wears for her entrance. But I think Stephanie Vaquer is a very cool wrestler to watch. Many people like her because of this move that she does called the Devil's Kiss, which for whatever reason turns Booker T on severely. I enjoy the corkscrew moonsault that she does from time to time. I thought it's amazing. But either way, Stephanie is very awesome to watch. Tiffany Stratton is also great to watch. So this match was really good to me. I really enjoyed that match, and congratulations, Stephanie Vaquero. We had, as if that wasn't good enough, John Cena versus AJ Styles. I want to point out a couple of things. Number one, I appreciate that John Cena allowed AJ Styles to get a special introduction as well. And AJ Styles came out in trunks instead of pants tights, which was to go back in tribute to his days in his early years of TNA. The match was, I was very excited. I was very excited when this match was announced, and the match did not disappoint at all. I know that WWE talked a lot about all the things that John Cena did in this match to tribute some of the people he's been in the ring with, but we have to talk about everyone that AJ Styles gave respect to. AJ Styles gave respect to Christopher Daniels, one of his greatest rivals. In fact, with that attire that AJ Styles is wearing is very similar almost to the attire he was wearing when he fought, if I'm not mistaken, when he had an Iron Man, 30-minute Iron Man match with Christopher Daniels at Bound for Glory, literally 20 years ago. And then went on to compete in a Royal Rumble-like match, which Rhino would win to see who would face Jeff Jarrett for the NWA World Championship. Of course, but in this match, we saw AJ Styles give tribute to Christopher Daniels, the Icon Sting with the Scorpion Death Drop, Samoa Joe with the Sleeper Hold. We saw Sweet Chin Music by AJ Styles giving tribute to Shawn Michaels. And of course, we saw them use their own finishing moves at the same time. Of course, John Cena's moves, for whatever reason, got most attention because we saw him give tribute to two of Randy Orton's finishing moves, being the apron DDT and the RKO. He attempted the running kick, but that didn't work. We saw him give homage to both Kane. It could have been Kane in The Undertaker for all we know, with a choke slam. We saw him give homage, and this is one of my favorite parts, when he gave that Sister Abigail to AJ Styles. That was also amazing to watch. We would even go on to see, we went on to see a tombstone pile driver before an AA for the win. The moves that these guys pulled out yesterday to tribute some of the great legends, Sting, Christopher Daniels, Samoa Joe. Then you had, not to mention The Miz, who both AJ and Cena know, mostly Cena. That was awesome to watch. I thought for a minute John Cena was going to go for a 619 for a minute, but AJ Styles has a better chance of doing that. Walls of Jericho. Now, I will say this. There are a couple of people who both Cena and AJ Styles know very well. Chris Jericho, both men know very well and consider a rival. Kurt Angle was a rival to both Cena and AJ Styles, in seeing as how Angle was both in TNA and WWE. Both have been in the ring with The Undertaker. Undertaker's last match was against AJ Styles. Both have been in the ring with Randy Orton. So they all know certain people very well. If this match has to be between 4.25 to 5 stars, and if this reaches the 5-star limit, it will be the third 5-star match that Cena had, but it will be the first one that John Cena actually won, being the second 5-star match he had this year alone. But it could have been between 4.25 4.25, 4.75, or 5. That was good. That's match of the year caliber. And we will be talking about, if we had to do a top 10 countdown at the end of this year, John Cena would be mentioned more than once. So, as if the match with John Cena winning wasn't good enough, we have the Kabuki Warriors versus Rhea Ripley coming to her homeland in Io Sky. A good tag team match that would see Io and Rhea Ripley win in her homeland of Australia on her birthday. So congratulations to Rhea and Io Sky, along with Stephanie Vakir and AJ Lee, are some of my favorite female wrestlers on Raw right now. Raquel, I will say this. Raquel, though, looks like she has a fun personality outside of the ring. There was a moment where she broke character when one of the fans offered her hand to help her up. That was a very fun, out of character short from Raw a few weeks ago. Now, as if the middle of the match wasn't good enough, we had to have the main event. The main event match was between Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes. I got Seth there and I got Cody Rhodes for the men's Crown Jewel Championship. This match was actually good, but I am not surprised at all that Seth Rollins won this match, because Seth Rollins, in my personal opinion, needed that win from a scripted standpoint, because that's how they were building it up for him. Even though Seth Rollins went very heelish and used a watch that Cody gave him to win. In fact, he was so upset that he went after the announcers. So Seth, in fans' mind, I'm not going to say that W word, but nonetheless, Seth Rollins did win. The Vision did have a great night. But at the end of the day, some of my favorite matches were the women's match, and my top favorite was AJ versus John Cena. That match did not disappoint at all. And I'm going to tell you how great the match was. CM Punk was seen in a community post pic watching the match in the crowd with some of the staff workers. And The Undertaker actually gave a tweet. The Undertaker tweeting, that's something. But The Undertaker tweeted and gave compliments to both AJ Styles and John Cena, saying, even though the crowd said, I will say too that this match was awesome. So that match was amazing. It did not disappoint me at all. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What did you think about yesterday's Crown Jewel in Australia? I'm your host, Daniel Cody. And also, in honor of her birthday, remember, check out my top 10 favorite matches of Rhea Bloody Ripley. And until next time, have a great day, everyone.